Alright, today again guys, we're working in this John Deere 4730 sprayer, working with the TMX and FMX Plus app with Field IQ. One of the issues we run into with this is the operator that actually runs this machine is Hispanic and wants to display in Spanish. One of the other problems we run into is the guy that is typically over this unit, he speaks English and wants to display in English. So what we run into is whenever the guy that calls in for service and he wants to understand what's going on, he needs to change it back into an English display so that he can understand it and see where everything is at that I'm walking him through over the telephone. So to do that, the first thing we need to do is log into the system. So to log into the system, we're going to hit our FMX Plus, and it should automatically pop up and ask us who the operator is. I'm going to log in with Jose here, which is the operator that runs this machine and wants to display in Spanish. So whenever we hit log in, it's going to put everything in Spanish, and what I'll do is I'll show you how to come back out and change that to an English display so that everything will operate fine. Okay, so you see that now that the display is actually in Spanish, and we're working with the operator, and this helps him to operate the system better. So what I'm wanting to do now is, if there happened to be an issue and the guy that calls and speaks to me on the telephone is English and only understands English, so we need to put the display back into an English mode. So what we need to do is change our operator. So we're going to hit our house button, or excuse me, our home button, and that takes us back out here to our main screen. And if you look up here in your upper left hand corner, you'll see this little person silhouette, and if you pull that down, it shows you who the operator is. If you touch that, it's going to take you to a login page, and again, this is going to where we would change it to the next operator that may be an English speaking operator and he wants to display back in English. So we would hit the name of the operator that's currently here, and we would choose the operator's name that would be in English. In this case, it would be our Ag Tech Testing, and it should put us back in English. Once we log in, okay, so now the display's back up, and if we pull down, you should see us as the Ag Tech Testing. That is should put everything back into English. So when we log back into FMX Plus, and where everything was Spanish before, okay, bear with me. We'll hit our house button, and then we're going to hit our recent windows. You see the multi-window here? We hit that, you see FMX Plus, just slide it away. And now let's reopen FMX Plus. And when we reopen FMX Plus, you see everything now is in English. So you can go through the whole display, and it may come up and say that the GPS is not operating, but give it just a second, it had to reboot the system. So again, this is how we would put it from English to Spanish, and we can go back from Spanish to English by selecting a new operator, Ag Tech Test. We'll come up and select Jose again. Jose Rojos, and hit log in, and it changes the display, and you see the operator is now Jose Rojos. And before we even try, let's just go to our multi-window, close our FMX Plus app, and then reopen it. And when we reopen our FMX Plus app, it should come up in Spanish, which it does. Again, this is how we change our display from English to Spanish, and back from Spanish to English. So again, thank you for watching, and I hope this helps.